Okay, so what I'm going to do is show you how to create yourself in Kleki. Right now, I had some stuff up here from the other day. I'm going to just kind of go over I got this far again real quick. I'm going to clear off my page, start with a new page. I already downloaded the template already, so I can go to import. From import, I can tap onto the library, and then I'm going to select my person, the template. I'm going to add it as a layer. I'm going to create another layer, and then on that layer, I'm going to add my skin tones. So my skin tones added, and set that as a layer. I'm going to kind of minimize it and put it out the way a little bit. Hit OK. Hey, at this point, I don't want to start coloring on it or anything because I want to export this person out of there later on, okay? So what I'll do is I'll go back to my layer section. The layer, that's the first layer, I'm going to get rid of that layer, okay? I do not want that layer in there. I'm going to go to my brushes, into my fill. I'm gonna put this back to where it started at, but I want the tolerance to be at a certain level, and I want the growth to be at a certain level, but I want to show you some things, and I'll take out points if I see this happening with your work, okay? I'll go to the fill part. So this part right here, that's the color fill, or I could take a color, so I'm gonna choose a skin color that's close to mine. I'll say about right here, and then I'll drop that in there, okay? But you don't have an outline around your body, so I would put the skin tone on the outline as well. But there's a problem with that, as in that there's a little bit of a white line behind it, or where it doesn't meet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make that meet. So how I'll do that is I'll change the tolerance to about 75. I'll put the growth to 2. And when I do that, it will close in on that stuff, okay? I'm going to show you how to do some shading stuff a little bit. I'm gonna go to my brush. I'm gonna go to this spray paint thing right here, and then I can make these colors darker right here. Like it's already in that spot. I'm gonna take the opacity down. There's a button called alpha lock. When I hit alpha lock on the level that I'm on, so let's see. I'm actually gonna make a duplicate of this. Let's see, let's make a duplicate of this. I'm gonna make a duplicate of it. The reason I'm making a duplicate of this is I don't want this skin tone thing right on there. So I'm gonna get rid of one of the skin tone things. I'm gonna erase it real quick. Change the size of my brush. This level that I have right here, I'm gonna open it back up, and now it has that right there, okay? But only on this level right here, I'm going to put it on alpha lock. So my brush, I have it on alpha lock. I'm going to change the size of my brush a little bit, make it a little bit bigger, and now I can start adding shading stuff to it, okay? I feel like this is a little dark. I'm gonna kind of go back just a little bit. Or I can also bring the opacity down a little bit more. Let's do this real quick. I'm gonna go take the skin color and then I'm gonna drop it down just a little bit. I'm making it right now. So I'm putting the shading part now. I can also do with a highlight like this as well. Let's see. I'll take this, grab that again, and make this lighter. And then the reason I say with the what is it? The opacity and stuff is so that you can still have some of that other stuff going around. And then this is going to actually help you round your form. Okay. I'm going to put some eyes on it. This works best if you have layers. It's actually, if I want to overwrite it, I'm going to overwrite it to save it. Overwrite. What's happening here is with the file, now that's saved on there. So you need to make sure that you are constantly saving, because it's not going to keep what you're looking for. Okay. Again, I'm going to go and put eyes on this person now. What I'll do is I'll make a new layer. With that new layer, I'll go to my shapes. Right here's the shapes. This is like an open shape. This is a closed shape. I'm going to go to closed shape. I'm going to go make the whites of my eyes first. Then I'll make my irises. Not catch it. Pull that from just a little bit more over. I'll make my pupil. And then I'll make the highlight. What I'll do after this is I'll paint over to make my eyelid. So I'll go to the brushes again. I'll switch back to having like this solid part. And then, let's see, I'm gonna put my opacity back to 100. Change the size of my brush. And then I will just draw. I'll draw that eyelid right over top of it. I'll make my eyelashes. I'll select color. I'll take down my size of my paintbrush and I'll draw that eyelash right on there. Oh, I'm gonna take this layer off of Alpha Lock. Let's go back to this so I can draw on top of that. I even can make my eyebrow as well. So with this layer, I'm going to copy this eye. So I copy that layer. I'm going to go to this little tab right here and go to transform. From transform, I could take that eye that I copied and pull it over. I'm going to flip it X. Okay, then I'm gonna add that right there. I can put these two layers together by just pushing down on this button right here. So I'm pushing down on that button and that made one layer. You can have probably up to like 16 to 20 layers before it stops you from putting other layers on there. So I'm gonna draw my nose next. So let's make a new layer. Oh, I duplicated it. Let's make a new layer this time. Gonna draw that nose in. Let's see. I'm gonna draw it. I want to make shapes out of the nose. I want to make shapes out of the nose. Select. I want to make my nose slightly lighter. Let's see. Make it just a little bit darker. And then I'm going to go back to the paintbrush, go on the spray brush part. I'm gonna hit alpha lock, and I'm gonna draw on my shadows again. I'm gonna take my transparency down, probably like 20 something. Let's see. Go back. I need to make my brush a little bit bigger. And then I'm gonna just draw on my shades and my highlights onto it. See my own that layer. Nose I am. Okay, let's try it out again. Then I could go and put the highlights on the other side. Again, I could go here, hit the transform. I could kind of move my nose around a little bit if I need to. I can move my eyes. Like, it's good to have like the layers so that you can move these things around. Okay. I'm about to do the same thing with my lips. Let's see. Go back to shapes. I'm going to get this color because it was close, but it needs to probably be like a little bit more red in it. Oh, hold on. About to mess up. Did I put another layer? Like, each time I put something new on there, I want to build it as a layer. Make that bottom lip a little bit lighter. Okay, I'm gonna add my hair to it this time. So a new layer for my hair. Let's see. I guess I can stick with shapes. Let's go with shapes. That color. A lot of times too, like with these layers, I can go back into this. Let's see, I changed my brush, and I can start putting my values. Think about like where your light source is, where you want the light coming. I want them to be darker on one side, light on the other side. So again, I have it set with alpha lock. Alpha lock. Only that layer that you have selected is gonna have those colors stick on it. So I'm gonna go in, let's see, go down a little bit and make this darker. Size brush. And I can kind of just do my shading stuff right there, okay? Let's put some clothes on this person. I'll go to my layers. I'm going to not see that part anymore. Let's make his shirt first. Let's go with. Make a layer yet. Let's make a new layer. Paintbrush. your opacity, make sure that if you want things to be not see-through, that you make it 100%. And then if you're trying to make it kind of see-through or trying to make shadows and shading, that's when I would change my opacity to things, okay? Hey, this works a little bit different than like other painting programs. Like if I try to go and fill in this color right here, is going to tear it up and just paint right over top of it. So let me see. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go to my layers. I'm going to deselect those layers that I have for the person, and then I'll hit fill in it, and then I can come back and put my person in there. Okay. Again, things look better as you work and put layers on it. So like say that's the undershirt that I have on right there. I'm gonna go add a new layer. And add that to the mix. Again, I'm gonna take these layers. I'm gonna go back to my fill and drop it in. I can come in and I can do textures and all that other kind of good stuff onto it. After I'm finished with how I want it to look. Yeah, I want you to go as realistic as you can. Okay, that's gonna make it look better. Okay. So I want shading. I want highlights. Like just like if we were doing our painting with, we have our shades and tints. I'm kind of looking for that to happen in here. Okay. I'm gonna go one more. Sometimes like you kind of wrap your person around, so I can move things. So I'm gonna make a new layer right here, and let's say I'm making my coat. Okay, and I want to show like it behind my neck or something like that. So change my paintbrush again. Like this is the back portion of my coat right here. That's like my back collar. Okay. What I would do, I would take the layer that this is, and I would start pulling that layer behind wherever I need it. So it might need to go all the way down right there. Okay. And then I could put another layer. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna put another layer right here. And then I'm gonna just draw this coat. Over top of itself. I'm gonna go and just kind of deselect all of these things. I'll go to fill. Let's see. Hey, you got to make sure when you're doing the fill part of it, oh my goodness, that it's closed off. So I'm taking this all the way to the bottom. I need my drawing tool. I'm taking this all the way to the bottom just to make sure it's closed off. And then I'm gonna fill it. I can change the size of this. And then I'm going to go back to my layers and just add this stuff in there. Let's see, top layer. I need to do some more drawing. Again, I would spend more time, like I'm just trying to do this real fast to kind of show you how to build a person. Hey, I have my person here. Y'all got me? You can have more than one person in there, but this is just my person in there, okay? I'm going to save this guy. While I was doing this, I should have been hitting overwrite to save this on like the actual platform in the browser. I'm going to save this now as a PNG. So I saved it as a PNG. Go to view. So this is saved. I'm gonna save it to my, what is it? I'm gonna save it to my photo album. So it's saved to my photo album. I'm gonna go check my photo album, make sure it's in there before I do anything else. Let's see. Where is my photo album? All right, in my photos. Okay, I have that saved, okay? I'm gonna go back. To where I have this. I can also save, let's see, like instead of PNG, I can save it as PNG layers or the SPNG. And when I do that, that'll save all those individual things that I was working on. So it's really good to save in all those different levels of it, okay? All right, I'm gonna make a background. I'm gonna put my person into place, okay? So I'm gonna go to files. I'm gonna just hit new, clear, and then I'm gonna start drawing stuff. So when you draw stuff like this white background here, get rid of it. It's not really good. It's not gonna help you out as much as you think it will, okay? So I'm gonna add a layer and then I'm gonna deselect that white part, okay? I'm gonna go to shapes. Say I wanna start with my sky. I'm gonna minimize that so I can kind of see it. And then I could just kind of go on the outside of it and start adding, like say, that's my sky right there. I can have another layer, add a layer. Did I make another layer for that? Okay. That'll be like my ground. Let's see. I'm gonna add another layer. This could be like my road. I'll make another layer. This would be my house. Let me put my roof on my house. I'm gonna use my eraser to kind of fix that. So I'm gonna go to erase. Oh, nope, don't like that. Let's see. Again, hey, I like that I can make things in layers. So I didn't spend all this time making this wonderful looking house so far. I can copy it. I can go and transform and I could pull it over. Let's undo that part. Let's see, copy this layer again. Hey, when you have stuff hang off, once I save it right there, it's going to actually trim or cut it off of there. So I have to kind of watch out for that a little bit. Hey, what I'm going to be looking for when I look at your work, I'm going to be looking at your details. Like this is several details in it, and I just spent this little bit of time on it. Like I can go in and I can add trees and stuff there behind it. Let's say, let's go to my layers. I'll draw a tree real quick. A new layer. Yeah. I have erased, that's what it's trying to do. Okay. All of this stuff that I'm making, I would go back and I would actually add like shading and values to it. Like I'll add textures to this stuff. That tree right there, oh my goodness. I'm gonna copy this layer. Let's see, copy layer. So I put it on the wrong spot by mistake, so I'm gonna copy this layer. I'm going to erase this house on this side. Let's go with. Like, I know you like he didn't erase the house, but within that layer I did. So on this house right here, I'm gonna select this one and I'm gonna get rid of this tree. Got rid of that tree. I put it back. I'm gonna trash this layer right here, and then I'm gonna add this layer. Then I'm gonna go to transform, and I'm gonna move this tree around. Actually, I'm gonna shrink it up a little bit because objects that's like in the background, they're gonna get smaller. So this tree is smaller than that one. Let me hit okay. I like where that's at. I'm gonna take this tree, I'm gonna go to this layer, select it. I'm gonna transform it. Transform. I'm gonna put this tree right here. But what I'll do is I don't want the tree to, I can't have the tree in front of my house. I think I will. Because that, like a lot of times what y'all don't like doing as new artists is like have things overlap. The more you have stuff overlap, the better the image is gonna be. So for instance, let's go ahead and I'm gonna add myself in it now. Let's see, I'm gonna go to File. Let's see, Import. Select that guy. Add as a layer. Let me hit OK. So that's one part of it I could do. I can also go back to, I probably need to save this, so I'm gonna hit overwrite. You want to save as much as you can, because the more you save this, the less likely it is that it's going to erase. I done had students in the past who have gotten to like this level right here, didn't save anything, and guess what? they don't have anything to turn in. You don't have anything to turn in. You don't have a grade. Okay. A couple other things. I'm gonna play around with this a little bit. Like, say for instance, I want to put myself in here, or say I want to put this person there, but I want to put more of his body in there. I can go ahead and just start doing that. I can go to layer. I'm gonna drop a layer below this person, and then let's see. I'm gonna hit add a layer, and then I'm gonna just do his lower body below it. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the brush. I'm gonna go to dropper to fix the shirt, and then I'll just start drawing that in there. You can have your character do whatever you want your character to do in here. I'm gonna put I'm gonna make a new layer to add his pants or whatever. So I'll put that below that layer right there and add it. Go to draw. Let's go. Like right now, this is just kind of like me just putting things in place. I can come back to this stuff and add more details into this drawing. Okay. And give him some hands. Let's see. Go back at this layer below. Go to my brush. Select like my skin tone. Some of it you got to kind of play around with. Like, so like this hand, I want it to be in front of him. Right now is like behind him. So I would make a new layer, and I would have to put that new layer like above this portion of him, so that could show up like I would like it to show up. And that's just me getting started. I'm moving kind of fast, but all of those things in it, I would like details into your work. That's one of the things that I want to see. Like, for instance, I'm gonna go move this layer up right here. I kind of like drawing with shapes. So let's see, with this, get that erase off of there. Let's make the line width a little bit thinner than that. Okay, shape. And when I come back, you should have a real dense drawn thing, okay? Like, I can keep adding layers to this. I can save this. I go and I hit overwrite. I'll save it as a PNG. When I save it as a PNG, I'll go and add it to my photo album. Okay. I got any questions on that? They have a lot of other videos and stuff online in the lesson that you can reference so that you can make really good artwork.